felt so alone in that classroom when I first showed up here, but as soon as she talked to me, I didn't feel alone anymore. And that's when I knew I could be her friend. Sort of, we had a lot of experiences, like, back at, she came to my band's shows a lot. She was our biggest supporter, probably. She was like always in the front and screaming at the top of her lungs. And, like, I feel like it's the perfect representation of who she was as a person. Like, she was just an unabashed, unashamed, like, light. And she was unafraid of just spreading that amazing energy in the room wherever she went. And, like, we all know that, like you said, you know? And, you know, I'm a pretty, like, I'm not really much of a public speaker. I'm like a public, like, singer. So, like, speaking is hard. But, like, again, I encourage anybody, like he said, to come up here and just share a memory. She was a light to all of us, you know? And we all want justice. We're all frustrated. We're all sad. I've cried, like, for hours collecting this album, you know? And, you know, we all love her a lot. So, I love you, Hannah.
I'm sorry we're all here under these circumstances. I knew Hannah for about 2 years, and only in that short span, she seriously made a huge impact. Struggled a lot with, like, mental health issues, and Hannah was always there for me. Always. I remember once I was really going through it. I was, like, walking down a busy road by myself, and I needed somebody, and she dropped everything to come and pick me up. She pulled over on the side of the road where I needed to go. That was just the person that she was. You know Hannah, you know she was an absolute light of a human being. And again, I'm so sorry we're here under these circumstances because she absolutely did not deserve it. And I hope we get justice. Like Mary said, I encourage you guys to come up and share stories. I know it's scary. Again, I'm not a public speaker either, but it's for Hannah. I would have done anything for her like she did for everybody else around her.
I knew Hannah just for a short time, but in that time, I saw nothing but just a loving light. Just, she could see whenever you were just having that day, that you just needed that, just that one hug, or that one word of encouragement. She just saw right through you. You could say, oh, I was having a nice day, it's a fine day. And she just knew. She wouldn't push anything, she wouldn't try to coax you or anything. She just knew that you needed a hug. She just knew that you needed that hug. You needed to feel that love in that moment. And anytime she'd come over and just see her, we'd hang out, play Mario Kart, have great times. Just always that shining light that, like, everyone keeps saying, and it's undeniably true. She just was that pure, joyous light of just kindness and love, and never judgment. There was never an ounce of judgment I ever saw out of her. Not a word, not a look, not a feeling, nothing but joy and love out of her. And just looking around, seeing the immense amount of people that she's impacted, and knowing how much she impacted me as well, like, we're gonna miss her. But we need to make sure that we continue to bring that light on. She has taught us that undeniable, unconditional love, and we'll keep that going on. We'll keep pushing that forward, continue to carry that light forward. I know Amy said this a lot of times. She had this great ambitions, wanting to affect change, affect the world. And we affect change by the individual actions that we do, the individual interactions, the one-on-ones, showing that love, showing no judgment, but unconditional love. And I thank Hannah for that.
I didn't know Hannah for very long, but the love that she carried was so unconditional, and she was so genuine. She loved to love, and she wasn't afraid to show it. Her aura was so rare, and she was the most genuine person I've ever met. Her soul was very, very rare, and you never meet meet a soul and a love like hers. She was never afraid to reach out to you. If you were feeling down, she would be there for you, no matter how long you guys didn't talk. Hannah was an inspiration, not to me, but to everyone. And all we could do is just keep her legacy alive. Hi, I'm Jessica. I'm Jesse's mom. That's Hannah's boyfriend. And Jesse, my son, would like to thank you all for coming and showing love and support for Hannah. We know that she would have loved to see everybody here. And I'd like to say a few things about how we're going to miss her. Hannah and Jesse, my son, were really into their cars. And if everybody knows, Hannah just got her BMW, and her and my son used to spend hours and hours and hours and days after days working on their cars. And it was her love, it was her passion. And it's something that my family is going to miss because Jesse and Hannah had turned my parents' driveway into an auto body shop. So it's something that we're going to miss because I used to pull up to my parents' house all the time and they were always out there. It was something that I took for granted, to always pull up and be able to see them out there and see her face. Sometimes she was working on the car, sometimes she was painting, sometimes she was sewing. But she always had a smile, had a kind thing to say. She was really good to all of our family, and we enjoyed her. And we're really gonna miss her. She had made plans this summer to teach, my parents have a pool. We were so excited she was gonna teach all the kids in the family how to swim. And it was just a few days before that accident that she had just taught my daughter how to dive. So we're really gonna miss her. And like I said, Jesse wants to thank everybody for coming.
I didn't know Hannah that well. We weren't the closest, but she really was one of the kindest and sweetest people that I've ever met. And if I had to pick a color to describe her, it would be the color yellow. It's the color of happiness, and that's really something that she always radiated: is kindness, sweetness, happiness, positivity. And I'm actually best friends with Naomi, and I'm the same way. I've struggled so much with my mental health, and Hannah's always been one of my biggest supporters. She's always been there for me, always offered someone to talk to, and really always wanted to see the best for me when I was at my worst. So she definitely had more of an impact on me than she'll ever.
Yes, she did. She sparkled. We think
Super happy all the time, super loving.
cool. Amy said she's 19 going on 45. I caught that.
Humble and beautiful. Eternally.
She would come to my house and she'd sit on the couch and I would talk to her and I would talk about my son or things that happen in life, and she would say, "Aw," and she was comforting me. And I thought, she's too young. She's too young to be so wise, to be so comforting. She was just so young. Wise beyond her years. Anybody else? Did you want to say anything? Very gorgeous.
We did everything together. We went on family trips all the time. My mom was best friend, she was Hannah's mom. We were friends for years. We were so close, and we grew apart whenever we transferred different high schools, but we always kept in touch. We always texted each other and made sure that we were okay, that we were there for each other. It was amazing. It was
surfer I was working with for a while. And no matter the kind of day that we all were having at the job, she never let it once determine her behavior or bug her. Always kept that positive energy and that positive attitude no matter what. She's gonna be missed, surely.
Hannah Marie was my best friend growing up. And I remember meeting her on the bus and she was singing. And somebody told her, "You need to stop singing. You're singing so bad." And I went up to her and I sat next to her and I was like, "I think your singing's beautiful." And I showed her my songbook and we sang together on the bus on the way home. And we had been inseparable ever since then. And even though she really sucked at singing, I loved to hear her sing. I loved it. Hearing her sing made me fall quiet every single time. And I think I'm gonna miss that part of her the most. How she was so unapologetically beautiful to every single person that she went up to. So I hope that everyone holds on to those memories of her just being goofy, and when you're playing songs that you remember singing with her, that you don't cry and that you just feel that she's around you, because I feel like that's the only thing keeping me going at this point when it comes to this. So I really hope that everyone finds peace. I really hope that you find peace. And I love your family very much. And thank you for having such an amazing person be in my life. I'm so happy that I shared a life with her because I feel like I never loved anyone more than I loved her. So I think we all need justice for Hannah and that we all gathered here because she was just overall an amazing person. So I hope you all find peace.
Hi everyone, I'm Keely. I see a couple of familiar faces. First things first, sorry, I don't like talking in front of a lot of people, but for Hannah, I was beautiful. Hannah, we grew up together throughout school, and she was just the type of person who just really could not care less what anyone thought about her. It only mattered what she had thought about herself. And at that point, she just had so much self-love and so much self-confidence that everyone here aspires to be like her. And if you look around, look at how many different types of people are here just to rejoice for her. First off, I'd like to say that we do need justice for her because a kind, beautiful, unique soul like this did not deserve it. She was the one person that did not deserve this. But knowing Hannah, that wouldn't be the point of it. The point... I'm sorry. She was just such a beautiful soul. And when my best friend passed away, she was the first person to reach out to me and make sure I was okay and drop literally everything just to see me. It didn't matter what she had planned. The only thing that mattered is that she was there for you. I'm gonna miss her awful singing too, Lord. But it was just, I don't know, she was just a great, amazing person. I'm sorry.
And we just never kept following through with them. But I will say that Hannah did save my life. About 5 years ago, when I tried to kill myself, and she was there to help me come back from it. I don't even know why she really helped me. She didn't need to. She didn't really know me like that, but she just did. And it was kind of a time where I couldn't talk to my family either, but I did have Hannah there. And I never really got the chance to repay that. So just tell the people that you have around your life that you love them. Make the plans to hang out with people when you need to. Stop saying that you'll do something next week or you'll do something next month, because eventually that just doesn't come. It just doesn't. So don't wait anymore, guys.